What do I even say at this point? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Welcome back to another live stream. Uh, Liverpool 5, West Ham United 1 again in the Carabao Cup. Um, yeah, another season of getting knocked out the Cup 5-1 by Liverpool. We're gonna get into all the gaslighting that is probably gonna come out of the fan base very soon. But yeah, this is not going to be an enjoyable stream, and I'm still under the weather a little bit. Still got a dry throat, still got a bad cough. So I don't really, I don't know how long I'm going to go for, but I'm going to try my best to bring it together to, you know, chat shit about this game. But yeah, let's get into it, people. Make sure to like the video as you're coming in, people. Appreciate the support as of recently as well. On the road to 1K subscribers. Make sure to follow me at GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you want to follow me as well. Big up to Deck, big up to Ibrahim, and big up to FIFA Zilla as well. Big up to you, everyone, as always. But yeah, did we really expect anything else? The cup is corrupt anyway. I mean, what's it called? The draw is corrupt. The draw is definitely corrupt, but you play who you play, innit? And regardless of who you play, you gotta step it up. Lopetegui out. Well, yeah, I was Lopetegui out from Saturday, so nothing changes. Obviously, surviving Lopetegui, biggest hater, as it says below my name. But yeah, robbery. I'm not sure about robbery. I actually don't know if any of those were penalties. But regardless, the fact that we're still relying on penalties to get us out of situations is ridiculous because we don't score from open play. That's what we don't do. We don't score from open play. We needed a own goal corner to score today. Edson Tronco today. Sufal and Fabianski need to retire. Yeah, I don't think Fabianski was great. It actually reminded me of his performance against Liverpool in the 1920 season. Where we were actually 1-0 up against Liverpool and we lost 3-1. I think Fabianski made a couple of mistakes in that game as well. It just reminded me of that performance. And how many times are we going to go to Anfield and say, oh, well, we had chances to score and we didn't score? Cresswell and Sufal were always going to be a nightmare. Oh yeah, as soon as you saw the lineup, it was done. I mean, as soon as the draw was, presented after we beat Bournemouth that we was going to play Liverpool away, the game was done. But yeah, as a manager, how do you start Cresswell and Sufal? Expect a good result. Oh, by the way, so all you West Ham fans that wanted Cresswell to sign a 1-year deal, you deserve this. You fucking deserve this. You deserve this. This is what you deserve. And all of you lot that like sentiment instead of actually quality players that were like, oh, but we needed other players in other positions anyway. You deserve this. You. All the players were like, you know what? I like Sufal. He's a nice guy. You deserve this. This is you. You deserve this. Paul's B team. This guy's going to get you smoked on a weekly basis. Long season ahead. I'm sure there's people that think we're going to beat Brentford on a weekend, even though we've not won there yet at their stadium. We have terrible midfield. They barely pass in between. They don't press. Arsenal defending by far our weakest area. I do also think today with our midfield, it was a setup issue. Like, a lot of people probably think I'm going to go at Souček again. I don't even think he played that bad. But also, I can't really blame the midfield. Well, I can blame Alvarez today, but the advanced midfielders, up until when the subs came on, didn't get any of the ball. And for me, that's a setup issue more than a midfield issue. We were winning 2-1, then Fabianski made 2 mistakes to make it 3-2 in the 1920 season. Yeah, for me, it was similar today, but we probably had more of a chance in that 1920 season. Sorry for my voice, but I've been coughing all day. Justice for Skulls. Listen, he's meant to be the succession plan for when Cresswell comes in. I'd put him in now, but that's just me. Sufal, open space, and Mavro are brothers. Souček wasn't bad, but Edson was asked today, fought for second and third goal, and red to top it. Yeah, I agree. Like, do you know what it is? I don't. Everyone knows my opinion on Thomas Souček. I don't want him in this side. I don't want him in this squad. I don't want him at my club. But I'm not going to blame him for today. because I actually think he won his duels like well. And when people usually go for but he won his duels, I don't really see it like as anything effective. He actually did well to win all the second balls today. However, the midfield today was more of a setup issue, like in terms of Soler and Souček. They didn't get anything today. But what do you expect? Like, I don't get the people that are backing this manager but are complaining about the players starting, because this manager is starting the players. So how can you back the manager but also are approved of the players starting, like that you didn't want to start? So you're angry at Cresswell, Soufal, and Souček starting, but you're fine with the manager staying. That's my problem. People are like, oh, wait till Christmas. Fuck off, man. Wait till Christmas for what? For what, man? Well, the 25th of September, you want me to wait 3 months? Wait till Christmas. Get out of it, man. Patience isn't just given to anyone that is going to enter the club for the sake of it. That's not how patience works. If you deserve it, you'll get the patience. It's not a case of whoever was going to replace David Moyes was going to get time and patience, because you need to show that you're about something. You need to show that you mean something, that you have an idea, you have a plan, you have an outlay to do something. But they didn't. They didn't today. And did I expect anything? No, I'm not even angry. I'm more like, guys, when I get angry on these streams, it's more for the gaslighting, not for the game. Because I know what I'm going to expect from the game. When I was angry at Fulham, it was mainly because of the game. For Chelsea in this game, it's been for the gaslighting. Big up to Wasim as well. Big up Max and all in the chat. Please hit the likes if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new. But yeah, listen, I was saying this earlier. It didn't matter what team Liverpool put out today. It didn't matter, because this was always going to happen because of the way we set up. And people had the audacity to say that we were great in the first half. We weren't great in the first half. We had a good 5-10 minutes, and that was it. We was good in parts. We was good in moments. But cool, the scoreline didn't reflect the game. But we didn't look like scoring at any time. We didn't look like we were actually going to affect them. I think Carlos Soler and Kilman should have scored. By the way, I do think Kilman dipped in the second half, but overall I've been really impressed with Kilman. I just like the composure and the calmness. I actually think he's very positive for a centre back. He's actually more positive than most of our midfielders on the ball. The guy is basically a midfielder at centre back, but he actually defends quite well. I do think he struggled in the back end of the game with physicality. I think Todibo was calm today. I think he did his job. But yeah, that is it. Like, Todibo was fine. Kilman was good. Everyone else, nah. Bone was okay at times. Antonio actually came on and affected the game quite well, because they could really handled his physicality. I felt sorry for Crescencio Somerville. To be honest, with Souček and Soler, I kind of felt sorry for them too as well. And I don't like Souček. With Soufal, needs to retire, but I've been saying this, but people like the nice guy tax. People like to hold on to, but he's a nice guy. Aaron Cresswell, I said this guy shouldn't be still a West Ham player. But people in my comments of the video that I made at the time, and also on Twitter as well, all were happy with Aaron Cresswell staying, because he's supposedly a good servant. I'm going to diffuse that narrative at a future date on why Aaron Cresswell isn't a good servant and why Aaron Cresswell hasn't been as good as people say. But yeah, now that there's 8 people in here, I might as well address this. Hope you're good, Mike. You sound a bit under the weather. Yeah, my voice is fucked because I've been coughing pretty much all day, and all day yesterday as well. I'm fine though, but big up to you, Scott. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, sorry for the annoying voice. I do sound like Sean Dyche today, but listen, it is what it is. Unlucky, mate. Ugh. On the bright side, the Irish invented a triple-barreled shotgun today, and they're calling it a trifle. I'm not going to say what I was thinking in my head, but hopefully we can use that. I'm done with this club. I've been done with this club, man. The lineup was bogus, but the performance overall was better. But then we lost our heads, including our manager. We went down to 10. It was all over. Do you know what the problem is? We played the victim mentality as well. We played the victim mentality where we kept relying on a penalty. I genuinely don't care about whether you guys, well, not necessarily you guys, but whether people in general think those were penalties or not. Because regardless of the situation or whether a decision goes against you in a game, it's a 90-minute game. So in all of the referee wasn't the reason why we didn't score and conceded 5 goals today. So I keep the same energy for every club. Don't chat to me about refereeing today. LB in his chat accepted my transfer request during the game, so now I'm full-time sitter. All I had to do was get a couple questions right. Sufal and Grandad Cresswell needs a long gone. Well, yeah, I've been saying that for like 2-3 years. And it's taken for this long for people to come around to it. But I think all of us have been saying it for time as well. Bench Edson and Dinos for a few games. Oh, for sure. But this is the thing as well. Like, I don't think Alvarez necessarily deserves benching because this is a 1 game off. But against Chelsea, I more thought it was a system issue. Today, it was all him. It was a complete disaster class from Edson Alvarez. The goals that we conceded was a few of them were because of him. And a red card he did not need to do. He did not need to go in for a challenge like that. But Mavropanos needs to go on the bench. But the problem is with Tadibo playing today is that he's not going to play against Brentford. At least we know he's going to play at least 3 more games for this club. Sufa and Fabianski need their contracts terminated. I agree with Sufa. I don't mind Fabianski being here, but just for me, Fabianski, I said this. This is why I still preferred Areola over Fabianski. People complaining about Areola. Areola didn't perform like that today all season. He didn't perform like the way Fabianski did today. But Fabianski's still done on the highest level. And also, the guy can't kick a ball when you're meant to be a goalkeeper. But the guy can't kick a ball and he takes too long with the ball when he's got the ball in his hands. The guy didn't have one accurate kick or one good idea. He just kept trying to play on the counter constantly and wasting the ball. The guy is a complete head case in goal. He's a great goalkeeper, but he can show that way he's a complete head case. No chance about bringing back Bilic, Robert. Bilic doesn't solve anything, and I don't know why we would bring back Slaven Bilic. He doesn't solve anything. He's not low-key a scrub. Sufo, he's a big scrub. He's been a big scrub for years. But being an improvement from the Chelsea game, that says a lot about how shit we are. But I knew we were going to lose today. I'm not rattled. Same. Listen, I'm not rattled because of the game. I'm rattled because of what people are saying to defend everyone that doesn't deserve to be defended today. I was never going to be rattled, but I'm just done. I'm just done. I'm kind of just sick of it. I'm just sick of what I'm watching. Put it this way, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'm pretty sure I would just be not watching the games, but whatever, innit? Only reason why Cresswell is here is because of Noble. Yeah, that could be a reason. Fabianski's done out. Definitely, for sure. Alvarez was poor. What a head loss. He was terrible today. A 0 out of 10 performance. Tadibo looks so much better than Dino. If he doesn't start that at the weekend, we know he's not going to start this weekend. I was actually talking about this today. Potter would probably do a better job. As you said, yeah, no Bilic. Unless Potter is decided to sort out, we will not get him. I don't believe in the whole Sullivan thing. I'll be real. The reason why we got Lopetegui is because we couldn't get the managers that we wanted. And that's because of the Stuttgart manager signed a new contract and the Amarim thing came crumbling down. So he went for Lopetegui because his agent was pushing it. But what's it called? Because if we were doing a whole Will sort out thing, then our transfer window wouldn't be as good as it was. I don't know, people are gonna, what's it? Look in hindsight now and say, oh, the transfer window was shit. No, the manager's used to using the players wrong. The transfer window hasn't been shit. We've barely seen most of the players that we signed. Sorry for the coughing. Big up, Max. Big up to Jojo. I would be destroying a plateau of wings at the moment, trying to comfort myself. If it wasn't 10 p.m., I could do with some chicken wings. I'll be real, because I just love chicken. But yeah, I mean, it's 10 p.m. I don't really want to be eating. People want boys back this because they're retarded. To be fair, I was thinking if O'Neill gets sacked, who do you replace him with? And many about that are worth manager-wise. You'll probably get Moyes, mate. You'll probably go after David Moyes. Pan said that Southgate trust. Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but I think if Southgate was it, I think I'd quit YouTube if Southgate was manager. Tadibo can't be any worse, and the Lopetegui hire was money saving exercise. The problem is with the Lopetegui appointment was just because he was third choice. Sorry, I just accidentally hit my mic. He was just third choice. We wanted other managers, but yeah, man said Big Sam. Imagine Big Sam at this rate. He'd love like the tall strikers at the club. But this is the problem with this club in general, is that we always hype it up, and this is why I didn't get overly excited. Like at the start of the season, I thought it'd be better than this, but I didn't get overly excited because I didn't think we'd finish in Europe straight away. I just thought it would take time to gel, and you'd see a good West Ham in the back end of the season. But you're not even seeing the outline of what we're trying to do because the manager is erratic with his changes in the starting lineup. So this isn't going to change anytime soon. Brendan Rodgers rumours. I haven't seen them, and I don't think he'd be the right appointment either. I wouldn't be a fan of that appointment. If you're going to pay compensation for a manager, there's other managers you can pay compensation for. If this was 2021, that Brendan Rodgers appointment would have looked so bad, but Brendan Rodgers ain't built for the Premier League anymore. Don't get me wrong, at times he can play good football, but we need to be doing better than Brendan Rodgers. Like, hear what I'm going to say, people. Aston Villa got Unai Emery for a reason. They went out and was like, fuck it, we're going to... No. I'm not entertaining Moyes conversations. I'm not doing this. I'm not entertaining it. Moyes is better than... It's trash versus garbage. I'm not entertaining Moyes conversations. I'd take Michael Carrick. It would be a young, ambitious one. I think he plays good football. It's just whether he'd do well handling the egos. But he does play on the front foot. I don't know. But I think the only problem I have with that is that because he's a former player, he's going to get former player tax. So if he does bad, he's going to get the thing of, but he knows the club thing. That's my problem. I don't want anyone that used to play for West Ham either. Your friend doesn't know what he's talking about then. No offense to your friend. But he had 2 games, though, to be fair. He did have 2 games. But with Carrick, if he was manager, like, if he goes on a runs the games of, like, losses, for example, and he's actually needs sacking, for example, let's say hypothetically, people wouldn't allow it because the guy's a former player. The guy used to play for the club, so he knows the club. That's what people are going to say. I don't believe in hiring a former player as a manager. I know we did that with Bilic, and I remember once in Bilic out at the time, even when I was like 13 years old. And people were like, but he knows the club, but he gets it. I don't want any of that either. No, I hear you. I fully hear you, Minerals. I fully hear you. I hear what you're saying. But probably should have got married in the first place then. Will that bum Lopetegui get a 3-game rule? I don't know. Yeah, we're not winning. We're not winning against Brentford. We're not winning against Brentford. We'll lose like 3-1. Probably 3-1. Like Brian and Boomer against West Ham United. Cash money. Cash money. I love Kilman. And I like our defence for the most part. But we've conceded goals. And in Boomer, I know that Brentford have injuries. But that, again, as I said, it doesn't matter if you have injuries or not. You could probably put in a good game against us. We haven't won a home game yet. We haven't won since Crystal Palace. We've conceded 8 goals in 2 games. We didn't beat Fulham away. I'm not seeing a style of play. Not a single style of play. Not even good, bad. I'm not seeing a style of play. I don't know what the identity is. I don't know what... I don't think he knows what his lineup is. So... Well, that's the thing. Does that... I don't even know if that carries on to the next game, but... We're going to lose anyway. Even with Alvarez, we'll probably lose the game. Moyes was a nightmare. I can't watch 86 minutes of low block. I can't watch 86 minutes of any of this. I can't watch 86 minutes of Lopetegui ball or Moyes ball. At least we were... But the difference is between like this year and last year, we were actually creating chances and we looked somewhat fluid on the front foot in certain moments. But the bar is incredibly low if we're comparing it to last year. Just like with the Fulham game, people use the Fulham drawing as an excuse the fact that we lost 5-0 the year before. Using the 5-0 as the bar is not a good criticism of the current crop of manager. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like, it wasn't even like just last season, because we all knew that he wasn't going to get sacked, but he was going to get let go at the end of his contract. Do you remember, guys, that 22-23 season where we won the Conference League? It was said every time that Moyes has one game left, and every time he had that one game left, he won the game. Forest at home, for example, Southampton at home, Everton at home. Those were 3 games, especially where Moyes was about to be sacked, and then he won the game, and then we lost a bunch of games again, and then he was held to that one game left, and then it happened again and again. The difference is with this one, I don't think Lopetegui's going to save himself. What we lack so far is the ruthlessness above. So we'll see whether that changes. However, I get it. You're a director of football. You want to have a project and include patience with that as well. But maybe you just got to see that this manager isn't right for your project. Our fans don't allow anyone to be sacked regardless. I'd be all for just giving a young manager a try. Yeah, it depends on the manager for me. Let's be honest, we were always going to lose against Liverpool. We need to beat Brentford, which we don't have a great record against. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, we were always going to lose against Liverpool, but I feel like I feel like our players go into the same mindset of that, which they shouldn't. The thing is as well, a lot of the what's it called? A lot of the excuses so far has been, but our only losses has been to Chelsea, Man City, and Aston Villa. So if we lose against Brentford, those excuses get wiped out. But then people are going to be like, well, we never win there anyway. So when do we win a game? When do we win a game? Ipswich? Are we going to beat Ipswich at home? Well, I know David Sullivan's a problem. I'm just criticising everyone else as well. We should look at getting Kelleher and Jota if they ever left Liverpool. We ain't getting Jota anytime soon. Mike, if that's the case, Moyes was low-key a scabber if he was fluking wins. Oh yeah, of course he was partly a scabber. Well, in his last 2 seasons, he was definitely a scabber. Like the time before that, he was fine, but his last 2 seasons, yeah. We beat Chelsea at home last season, yeah, and we had 10 men, but they also had Pochettino, so that's probably why. Yeah. I'm really struggling to speak right now. But this game was just horrible to watch in a different way, where we were creating chances, but you knew that we weren't going to score. And the only time we did score was from a corner that scrapped it. And Somerville should have took a better touch for one of those goals, one of those chances where it ended up going to Danny Ings. The offside situation, took a better touch. Overall, still kind of felt sorry for Somerville. Aaron Cresswell made a mistake 30 seconds in. Shock. I just kind of feel sorry for him at this point, because why is he even here in the first place? But at the same time, I don't feel sorry for him because I have to watch him week in. Well, not week in, week out, but I have to watch him in these situations. The manager didn't care about the cup. You saw the lineup against Bournemouth. You saw the lineup in this game. Pardon me. He doesn't care about the cup. Well, they're gonna have a humbling against Brentford then. A big humbling. And by the way, if we draw against Brentford, it's still not acceptable. We've won 1 game. So don't give me this trust the process shit. Fuck off about trust the process. Not to anyone in the chat, but to people in general. But people are going to constantly say, but we didn't lose if we draw against Brentford. If we lose against Brentford, but we have a bad record against them anyway. And if we win against Brentford, it's like, how Lopetegui shutting the haters up? No one's being shut up at this point. Like, it's just long. I'll take Poch over J-Lo. I wouldn't take Poch in general, but he's better than J-Lo. I don't think he's made for the big levels. I don't think he's, dare I say, I don't even think he's Premier League level at this point. The guy was making the same mistakes as David Moyes was last season, but for Chelsea instead. I just have a big problem with the way we approach things, just as a fan base, as a football club with our mentality, because that's what leads us into the situations and like this. And every season we don't go after these cups because we always fuck it, and then people always use excuses every year. People need to wake up. People need to wake the fuck up. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes it's us. Stop using excuses. It's not the referee's fault. It's not the fucking, even though the draw is rigged, you get the opponents who you get, step up. It's not like they even lined up their fucking first team today. And it was still better. Yeah, I'm going to have something like that after. But, yeah. It's going to be Terzic or Potter, the three of Wolves. Everton don't get them before. I'll take Potter. I don't know about Terzic. Phil Mitchell or J-Lo, who's more washed? It's a big question. Exactly, Mike. I agree. I'm already annoyed about this manager and our performances. I see a really poor season ahead. So do I. But that's the thing with this. The longer this goes on, the more we're going to be looking at the teams below us, worried about, their results. You're going to be looking at Ipswich and Southampton very soon, and Leicester and Everton, looking at their results very, very soon. If this carries on, giving them 10 games, sure. I don't see anything changing. Not at this current moment in time, but I'm just saying if we're not careful. Not right now. Put it this way, if it carries on like this, like the next 5 games, we're in a relegation battle. But people can't keep using excuses because people can't keep seeing that the schedule is tough. I'm seeing the same shit every game again. Nothing's changed. It's just a different manager. A different manager. And I'm seeing us still underperform with this squad. I don't think people realize how important it is to have a manager to get the best out of your squad, and how much it is to look at specifically whether a manager is underperforming or overperforming with a squad, because we actually have a good squad. It's just not being used correctly. It's not being used correctly. And I've had 2 managers with 2 different West Ham squads not use their squads correctly, because the big problem with David Moyes was the fact that he started with his own squad that he got the best out of, and then as soon as he got more, like, better players, we got worse because he couldn't handle the better players and he kept restricting talent. With this manager, he doesn't know how to use talented players to combine together. We predicted a similar midfield within the match preview. We said it was going to be Soler, Souček, and Rodriguez, but it was Soler, Souček, and Alvarez. I thought Antonio would start, but Antonio came on. He wasn't even that bad. He wasn't that bad. So I can't even blame him. I don't even think Ings was just isolated today. I wasn't expecting anything from fucking Danny Ings. Sorry, nothing has changed at all. We have a great bunch of players. The best I've seen in my lifetime, but this is what I'm watching exactly. Mike, bro, thoughts on how some West Ham fans view Moyes as a father figure because they love defending him? It's probably because they don't have a father, mate. Just saying. Like, they've got a lack of man figure in their life, so they look to fucking David Moyes as your father figure. Fuck me, man. Father figure. Maybe your old senile granddad figure, not father figure. Jesus Christ. But, guys, honestly, I don't know. I still don't know what you're talking about till this day when it comes to the whole free mics thing. Till this day, I don't know what you're talking about. But free my sanity. I'll say that for sure. But nothing's going to change. This is why I've not even put effort into the titles of my videos. I just put a CBA. A CBA. Because what do I even say anymore when it comes to this club? What do I even say that's anything new? Yeah, I've been coughing all day. So it's just, my voice is fucked because of that. But that's because of the rain as well. I was out in the rain on Monday. and that kind of fucked me up. But nothing's changed. Nothing's going to change. But guys, I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna go to this last comment, and I'm gonna end it there. Boys had Declan Rice for a lot of his time at West Ham. He's a pretty good player. Help the boys overachieve. I don't smoke. I don't smoke, so. But listen, I'm gonna end it there because there's not really much to talk about, and my voice is fucked. I'm not gonna have a video for tomorrow, but I'll have the match preview for Brentford. Join me at 10 p.m. on Friday for the Brentford match preview. I'm gonna be on Mr. B, his YouTube channel as well, for the Brentford match preview at 6 p.m. as well. So make sure go and check out Mr. B on YouTube. I'll be on his channel, then I'll be on my channel at 10 p.m. Oh, sorry, give me a sec. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. Email for the inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Goodbye.